Hello, guys. This is Christine joining you again with another live. And basically, this live is really is I think I named it if you're dating, if you're going back in the dating pool again, if you're re-entering the dating pool again. And you might wonder why I pay so much attention to dating. It's because, guys, it's in the dating process that we can really mess things up, or we can really kind of prepare ourselves for, um, having a successful relationship if this is the person that might be checking all those boxes for you that you have, the requirements that you want, in just basically what that you have for yourself to have to be basically enjoying a healthy relationship. And my purpose here is really to help individuals who listen to my videos to really navigate relationships and life in general in a more healthy way. So, guys, I'm going to wait a little bit, and in the meantime, whoever is on from wherever you are at, because I think I'm streaming to YouTube and a Facebook page. So whoever is on, just let me know where you are joining me from. In the meantime, while we wait to kind of just wait for other people to come in and join us here, or just introduce yourself in the chat for me. That way I can say hi. I really am. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that you actually learn something from this. You might not, a lot of these things are things that you already know, but I hope that at least you at least learn. If you learn one thing from it, I would be, my work here is done. So, guys, just let me see where you're coming from. Everybody's very shy today. Okay, I don't really want to hold this up too long. So I'm just going to start, and if whenever whoever comes in later on can actually just kind of go in and watch it, a replay of this live, right? So basically, guys, my I wanted to kind of come in to kind of just go over some points that are really important when you're starting to re-enter the dating scene again, right? Remember that dating is really, and I shouldn't say remember, because a lot of individuals, we kind of have a very warped sense of what dating is. And so I wanted to kind of help you to understand and help you to maybe have a different mindset basically around dating, because we are socialized to think that dating is something where you're going to just go in, and a lot of people just going and it's for fun. It's for fun. Of course, you should have fun while you're dating, but it's really the most important part of dating is really to be gathering data. You're gathering data. Now it sounds very, kind of not fun, but you're going to do it in a fun way, right? But you're always looking to see if this person that you're with, you're always, the word I could use is intentional. Be intentional with your dating, because if you're not intentional, you're just going to just run in there like, and just basically you just go in there without any expectations, without any goals, without looking at this person in a specific way to see if they're aligned, their values are aligned with you. You're just going to go in there and just have fun, right? And that's good to have. To you're going to have fun while you're dating, but you're not. That is not the whole purpose of dating, right? So you're going to be intentional. If you date intentionally, you're more likely to end up with someone you actually want to be in a relationship with, and that person will be somebody who you will actually be happy with, right? I mean, of course, there's no set and there's no 100% guarantee of that, because a lot of people, you have to recognize when individuals coming to meet for the first time, they're sending their representative, the person that they want to appear like, to look like, they want to be like, they want that person to like you. So you're almost like you're doing an interview with this person, and you're showing all your best qualities. You're dressing nice, you're talking nice, you're behaving nice, you're doing all of those things to impress the other person so that they can like you. But that is good, but you also need to also be aware that once that person get used to this type of persona that you're exhibiting on your first few dates, which is usually how long it takes for you to kind of you're just getting to know this person. You just want to for them to see the very best of you, and sometimes the very best of you is not necessarily who you are, but it's like you're having this interview and you have an alternate persona that you're now showing to this person of who you want to show them that you are, right? So remember that the person is going to fall in love with the person that they see. And if they fall in, or you fall in love with the person that you're dating on the first couple dates, and then date 6 or 7, this person start to switch on you and start doing stuff that you didn't see in the first couple of ones, you're going to wonder who this person is, because it's a totally different person than what you thought they were. And that is why I've always said, guys, when you're dating, go slow. This is the time to go slow. This is not the time to go fast. This is not the time to hurry up and get into bed, or hurry up and have this instant relationship, and hurry up and be and almost like you're already connected before you even get to know the person you're connecting to. All right? So be intentional when you're dating. Take it slow. Now, one of the most important things that I want to bring across, and I say this all the time in my videos, so you might be hearing this again and again and again, and it is still relevant no matter how many times you hear it, right? You have to, if you're just coming out, if you came out of another relationship and you have not taken the time to heal, if you have not taken the time to heal, and you are thinking, because a lot of people have this warped belief that to get over the past relationship, or get over somebody from another relationship, you have to jump into another relationship to forget that person. But what you're basically doing is stuffing all those things that happened in that past relationship, right? You're stuffing it, and you're not healing from it, and you're carrying all of that negativity, all of that stress, all of that negative trauma that you suffered into a new relationship. And so you go into this new relationship and you drag the same old thing from the last one into it, right? So therefore, that is, and then on it goes, on and on it goes. And so that is why it is important, guys, for you to heal first. That's the first step before you move. When you get over when your one relationship ends, the first thing you need to do is focus on your healing. The first thing, take your time and heal. And in your healing, in the healing process, you will go through things like what happened there. What caused all of that stuff that caused me to be so miserable, or caused that person to be so miserable. Maybe it was your fault, right? You have to take responsibility for your actions. Otherwise, if you don't take responsibility for your part in the breakup of that past relationship, you will never heal from it. You have to take responsibility. And so by taking the responsibility, you now look at that thing that you may have done in that past relationship and say, okay, I need to change that, because if I'm going to go into another relationship, I don't want to repeat that behavior. And the same thing with the other person. So both partners have to heal. You should take the time to heal, and also look back at your past relationship so that you can really process it and say, what happened? What did I miss? And so next time you go into another relationship, you're now going to be better able to see the signs beforehand, so you don't get too caught up into it before you especially getting emotionally connected before you even realize what's happened, and now you're caught up into this emotional thing with this person, and it's so much more difficult to come out of it when you're caught up emotionally, because then what happens is that when your emotions get involved, guys, you know how hard it is, and then you start making excuses. Oh, he or she isn't so bad after all. Or they will change, and some people go into the process of changing, trying to change that person. And so all of these things are part of what happens when you don't take the time to heal, right? So, okay, so say that the first thing you did was to heal. You actually worked on healing. You took the time out to heal, process all of the stuff that happened in your past relationship, made note of the things that you know you did wrong or they did wrong, so you can now say, okay, this time, next time if this happens, I know that this is not going to work for me, right? Those are the things that you have to pay attention to. Then when you get to that point, guys, you have to look at things that with this person you're going to gather data. That's the most important thing in dating, is gathering data. And as I said, it's not going to be some like a research thing and you're going to be questioning the person and asking them one question after the other, right? It's more like you're having fun and seeing how they react to it. See how they act in when there's a problem. There's traffic and traffic is moving and they get really angry and start cussing out everybody in the street. uh, you have to ask yourself, is this a person that I would want to be with? This type of a person who can't seem to control their anger, and also, that cannot actually be turned towards you. That anger that they cannot control with all the people around them, strangers, may one day be turned towards you. So you have to watch all of these things. Is this person someone that when you have something that you have to say, that they actually take the time to listen to you, right? So when you're in the process of dating, this is a data that you are going to be looking at. You're looking if this person is going to be someone that you can have healthy, respectful communication with. Because one of the worst things that you can do is go into a relationship where you can't talk to the person. Because if you cannot talk to the person, they won't listen to you, or you are the person that has that problem, that nobody can talk to you because you get all huffy puffy and keeping malice and all that kind of stupidness, and stonewalling or whatever it is. Then you have to learn and to fix that before you go into a relationship, and know that that is your fault, right? But if the person you're dating is someone that you start talking about something and either they shut you down right away, they insult you, they say you're too, what are you, I don't need to be talking about that, or they make fun of you or whatever it might be, or say something deprecating, then you know that this might not be the person for you, unless that is something that you like. Then that's another story that you might need to work on yourself, right? But these are the things that you're looking. Is this person someone you can work with together, or are they always in competition with you? Is there always, everything that you're doing, they're always trying to outdo you, not working together with you? Then you know that long term, when you are in a relationship, getting married or anything like that, you're in a work where you should be working together, that person is always going to be trying to outdo you, and you know what I'm saying? It's never going to be a together. There's never going to be a togetherness in that relationship. There's always going to be some kind of competition, right? And some people will fight dirty. They think that they can put you down so they can feel bigger than you, right, or better than you. So you have to watch out for these things, guys. One of the saddest things is that nowadays, or we are socialized to just go into dating, in the dating process, like it is that you're looking for somebody just to have fun with. Maybe there are some people who want that, but it should be that both individuals want that, because most of the times it's one person who wants to just have fun, but the other person is actually looking for a long-term, healthy, committed relationship. So of course there's going to be problems right there, right? So you need to find out, is this okay? Are you just in this thing to have fun and enjoy, whatever it might be that you all can give to each other? Then that's a different thing. Have that up front. Have that conversation up front. Because if you don't and have that conversation up front, then one person might be might be thinking something else, and the other one is thinking commitment, and one person is not thinking fun, and sex, and all that, and just going out to whatever it is, disco and party all night and whatever it is. Then there's, later on, that there's going to be a problem, because they're two different value systems, and they're two different needs that each person is coming into that relationship and looking for. You have to make sure that you talk to each other in the dating process. Not immediately, of course. You get to know the person, see if it's somebody that you actually want to be in relationship with. And as you go forward, as you move forward, you take it slow. You go to different things and you have different discussions. If you notice that this person might not be somebody who's really too keen on kids and you want to have children, then you may want to have that discussion. How are you with having children? Right? Because a lot of people, guys, a lot of individuals, they get married without discussing these important things. And of course, they may love each other, they may really love each other, but it was never discussed. And so this is going to be a problem because one person wants to have a family, the other one does not. You can see the problem with that, right? Another thing is that don't expect the other person to read your mind. Don't expect the other person to read your mind. This is specific to the attachment style, the anxious preoccupied. This individual will expect their partner to read their minds. And they believe that since they're in a relationship with this person should be able to tell them, to know what they want, to know how they feel. Nobody, as far as I know, is a mind reader, right? So even if you think they should know, it is best that you have a discussion, a respectful discussion with them and say, I have this thing and I would like to ask you, or whatever it might be, or this is bothering me and I'd like to, to know because I didn't expect that to happen from you, or whatever it might be. But have a respectful conversation about it. Do not expect the other person to read your mind. All right? And guys, one thing I want you to know is that as I mentioned before, the first, one of the things that we do and we're socialized to do is that we think that we should just have this great pretense of who we think the person wants us to be. So we have this persona and we're not, we go to dinner and we don't want to eat because we might look like we're too greedy, but you love to eat, and so you're there picking on stuff and going on like you don't like the food, and then the person is thinking, oh, this person is a finicky eater, or they don't eat a lot, or whatever it might be, right? Don't do that, because the person is getting to know who you are and you're getting to know who they are. So all of this pretentious thing does not work, because what it does is like it gives the person a false information on who you are. And if they're going to fall in love with you, with this false person that you're portraying, then it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well. Another thing I want to really bring up about when you're in the dating process, guys, so that you can have a healthy, that will really cause that you'll have a better, a healthy, a better chance of having a healthy relationship later on, is to create your boundaries in the dating process. You see, a lot of people believe that they should be so nice and so accommodating and so all of this kind of stuff, because they don't want to chase, run the person away. They don't want the person to be offended. Well, this is the time you need to be who you are. And if they run, that's the best thing. It's best for them to run now. So create your boundaries now, because I'll tell you this for sure, that if you don't create your boundaries now and you decide that a year down the line, you now going to create some boundaries, the person is going to say, but I mean, you allowed me to do all this thing all this time. Why are you now why are you now telling me that I can't do it? But in the beginning, you're trying not to lose them because you like this person, and you're behaving and keeping all those things that's hurting you in, thinking that that's going to keep them. But this person has learned as they've learned that this is what you will allow, and so they're going to continue to do it. So of course, the minute you tell them, no, this is not what I want, I don't want you to do this anymore, I don't like it, but you've liked it, or you've put up with it all these years, or whatever it might be, however long it takes for you to create those boundaries. So create your boundaries from the beginning, guys, so people know exactly where you stand and where they stand. If they don't like it, they go. If you don't like it, you go. Right? It's the best time. It's dating. you're finding out these things at the beginning so you don't spend and waste time later on, trying to fix things that you didn't set a boundary for in the beginning. Um, Guys, a lot of individuals, and again, it's my anxious, preoccupied ladies, and mostly ladies and gentlemen too, right? But I know more about the ladies. Will put everything in the dating process. You are so focused on this person that you're dating that you give up your entire life to them, and now you wonder, and then you want them to be the ones to fill up your life for you, to make your life meaningful, right? And so you ditch your goals, you ditch the things, you ditch your friends, you ditch your goals, you ditch your friends, you ditch the activities that you normally did by yourself or with friends or whatever it might be. You ditch the things, your interests, your goals, and your things for your future, your plans for your future, and you put your entire focus on this person. First of all, that's very stressful for the person, because now you're making them feel as if they have, their responsibility is to make you feel good and wanted and loved and all of that. But then you suffocate that person. They're suffocated, guys. They're suffocated. The most attractive quality you can have is to have your own thing going on. Of course, you spend time together, you have that, but it's also good for you to have friends of your own that you spend time with. You have interests of your own that you go and do things with, and maybe you can share it with your partner as well, and both of you do them sometimes. But you should be able to still go and do those with your friends that you used to do it with, right? And also, you have your goals, your life goals. What are your dreams for your career, your job, your personal growth, all those things. A lot of times people, when you find somebody and you like them or whatever, you ditch all of that. Don't do it. It's one of the biggest mistakes that you can make. One of the biggest mistakes that you can make. So guys, retain that autonomy of having your goals, but also make time for your partner, quality time to spend with them, and build that relationship. But you have to have something of your own, because a lot of times what I've heard with a lot of my clients is that they have lost themselves. They've lost themselves. They no longer know who they are in that relationship, right? So this is at the beginning stage that if you would start doing that at that time, then you kind of get caught up into it, and then next thing you know, you don't even know who you are. You don't know what your likes are. You used to, when you're with this guy or this girl, you go to the gym, because you want to look nice and buff and healthy and fit nice in your clothes. But when you meet them, but if you don't retain that in your while you're dating them, for you to keep yourself healthy, and you're just doing it for them, then afterwards, if they leave, if the relationship is not successful, what happens is that you've lost everything about your own self, because you were doing that thing for them. You were going to the gym to look good for them. You weren't doing it for yourself. So I don't want you to get caught up into that kind of a deal, because you lose yourself so much in that person that now that you're alone again, right? And you're out of the relationship now. You don't exercise anymore, because you don't feel that you have anyone to exercise for. You have you. You have you. You should always take care of you first. You first. Take care of yourself. Still go out there and look good. Still go out there and exercise. Still go out there and learn new hobbies. You're still having your relationship, and he or she should be able to do the same. Both of you should have a life outside of your own little silo, right? So it's healthy. It's really healthy, guys, right? Because then you also that what happens with that is that you're bringing in new information into the relationship when you're learning. You're having different experiences outside of the relationship. You're now bringing in fresh experience, and that's good. That's good, right? Otherwise, you're so suffocated and tied and codependent on each other and sucked onto each other like a leech that all you is just the same old going over and over again, and then you start to wonder, why is it that you're bored, right? Now, let's see if I finished. There was one thing, guys. A lot of times we believe that our intimate relationships should be the be all and end all of everything, and we're attracted, and the person, the physique, and the way they look, and the way they, just their physique, and the way they, whatever it is, how they're dressed, or whatever it might be, right, is what attracts you to that person. And that's important, because attraction is very important in a relationship, right? And it will last throughout that relationship. It will, what it is, one of the things that will sustain that relationship. So of course, the only thing that I want to say, though, is that friendship is even more, is one of is just as important. I wouldn't say more important. It's just as important, because guess what, guys? You are he or she is not going to look the same for the rest of your life. What happens when you get older and the beauty is gone, and the fit body is not as fit looking anymore? What happens then? Then the person, if that was the only focus and that was the only thing that kept them together, or that they're interested in, then that's going to go. That's going to fade, and it's going to cause a problem in the relationship. So I believe that one of the most important things that you should also look for is do you actually like this person? Do you like this person? Is this someone who you would be friends with if they weren't your partner? Is this someone you could sit and talk to about anything? Is this someone that you could laugh with about stupid things? Is this someone that you could just enjoy being in their company? Because, guys, later on, in the later years, if you speak to older couples, the sex is not going to be that important. Yes, it's going to be still, a part of it, hopefully, right? But what about, but the friendship is always going to be there. The friendship is is one of the glue that will hold that relationship together. So, guys, I think I've gone and kept you long enough. And so I hope that you learned even one thing, as I say, from this. And please help me to build my channel by liking my videos and sharing it with someone who you believe might learn something from it. Also, guys, please don't forget to subscribe. But not only subscribe, but hit that notification bell, because when you hit the notification, even when you subscribe, when I am going live, you won't be told that I'm going live. So you have to hit the notification bell, and when you hit the notification bell, you will be notified that I'm going live. So so you don't miss anything. Hit that notification bell as well after you subscribe. But liking my video and commenting and giving me ideas of, share below, comment and let me know what are some of the ways that you believe, or what are some of the things that you need to do while you're in the dating process. Okay, guys, I'm going to log off now. It's getting on to half an hour, and that was the time I kind of committed to. So I'm going to say bye-bye, and until next time, take care, guys, and keep growing. This is Christine, your relationship and mindset master doctor, and your leverage for change. Bye-bye.